The collective consciousness is a spiritual democracy. It's a spiritual democracy. What does that mean? It means that, just like in a democracy, over 50% wins. So if there is enough people that say, you know what? Hey, Trash, good to see you. Just talking spiritual truths on the trail. If your consciousness says the sky is definitely purple, and everybody's like, the sky is purple, the sky is purple. When enough of us get over 50%, then that sky is purple. It's just that simple. And so when we look at the destruction of this world and the breakdown of love on our planet, it is because the democracy, the spiritual consciousness of the average human is agreeing with this war on the human heart. We are agreeing that there is nothing we can do. We are agreeing that this is the state of our conditions and that in some way we have to just put up with it. So we do Kundalini yoga. I always think of the book of Thomas, and there is these translations from Aramaic that basically Jesus is saying, are you willing to do hard things? And what he's talking about hard meditations, things that are going to ruffle what? The ego's hold on you. So I would say this to all of us right now. It's not so much that we want to, it's not so much a vision board and, create a better reality. Here's where the big change happens. The big change happens when you respond differently to your pain, when you respond differently to your karma, when the same old thing that normally triggers you, whether, let's talk politics, whether it's the Biden or it's a Trump or it's RFK or it's the cancel culture, whatever. I hope I'm getting your feathers ruffled. Whatever it is, to pay attention to, oh, there I am, and respond differently. Here's the thing. This world it needs our help. And so if warring worked, I would say, go get your shotgun and good luck to you. And I'm not against or for guns. My point is, our current way of doing it just doesn't work. So we can't continue on this way. A protest, if it worked, we'd be in a whole different situation, but they don't work. All of the things that we've been doing since the beginning of time, right? We used to protest and stand up against King Henry VIII. And what did he do? He just decided that nothing actually belonged to the people and he would steal whatever he needed to fill up the coffers. Sounds like the government we have, right? So protesting doesn't work. And you might think, well, Marcia, then what are we going to do? I'm going to tell you what to do. Change you. So we have to go to the war inside of us. Everybody is lacking something, whether you wish to have the love of your life or you can't figure out why your business has never gone so well. There's usually one main thing where, gosh, I just never hit the fucking mark. What is the deal? Well, here's the deal. That is your soul's way of fine-tuning the energy of you. And this is where we can change the world. That part of you is ruled by your inner child, a shadow part of you that you have carried in for lifetimes. And by this lifetime, this shadow of yours is powerful. And just like protesting and fighting doesn't work, protesting and fighting, canceling out your shadow doesn't work. You have to sit down and let it take you over. Hear it all the way. Let it break you down, how ridiculous and mean it is. Feel it entirely. Stop putting it off and, getting back to work, and wishing it wasn't there. And even when you do a lot of spiritual practices, you'll get it to be quieter. But honey, it doesn't go away. It just goes to a low hum. It takes different avenues to be able to still maintain control over you. But here's the good news. When you let it all the way in, and you are armed with Kundalini yoga, which means you've got some grit. You've got some power on your side. Now you have the energy to be merciful and compassionate and loving to that part of you, because that part of you has been constructed by all the things you complain about with your mom and dad in the beginnings of your life. And then it graduated to all of the lovers you had that let you down and all the jobs you should have gotten. And all of this is based on all the disappointment of lifetimes before. That's how it works. There could be no other way. And the awesome news is, if you're willing to fall apart and enter into that dark cave with the light of your soul and be merciful and take full responsibility to where you have found yourself, that's when life gets fun. That's when you have the grit to respond different. It's not about creating something new. It's about responding different to what hurts. And then it gives space to what you desire. And I'm telling you, in that space, it's going to be so much higher than what you even think you want in this moment. So we need to be together on this. So what's going to happen is we're going to have this solar eclipse. And it's all about checking ourselves in our relationship to ourself and how it influences the collective and how it influences our personal relationships. And we're going to have to get really honest and break down the shadow. We're going to do that on October 13th, 14th, and 15th. We are going to be sitting under the solar eclipse when it happens on Saturday morning. On Saturday, we're going to be preparing. And I'll be preparing us all month long. This is what the indigenous people did. This is what the Celtics did. This is what the yogis do. They prepare for equinox. They prepare for the solar eclipse. They prepare through prayer and clean eating and meditation. They prepare so that they have as much prana as they possibly can to enter into this vortex that has the power of helping you destroy that which isn't working. And then I'm going to be there to hold your hand in what it feels like, because it's going to feel really empty. It's going to feel like weirdest thing ever is you're going to want to grab your old habits and your shadow back up. But we won't. We'll be together and we will learn how to hold the space for our soul to reveal to us. It takes a minute. We're so impatient. For our soul to take its time in filling that space with the prana, the light, the vision of who you are destined to become. Why is this important for the world? Well, I'll tell you why. Because remember, we're a spiritual democracy. This is going to help us, the people, unite. When we feel happier, we trust each other. When we trust each other, we can stand together and object to the King Henry VIII, to the United States political system, to the hold that Canada has on their people and the UK and all across the world. We, the people, do not want to be slaves anymore. We do not want everything that we've worked for to be taken from us in a second. We want to say. And the trick to that is, as we become more powerful, is to help each other. To be there for each other when we are in doubt. To have enough prana that we can listen to opinions that don't match our own without losing our shit. And even better, without losing our love for somebody. We're ready. We are ready. We are ready. We are ready. So you're going to hear from me a lot this week. I'm going to do an awesome class, just regular class pricing. Saturday, it will be the full moon in Aries. And that full moon is really setting up this solar eclipse. Sign up for our 3-day. It's in my bio. Just say yes. You can do it online or you can do it in person. You got to do some hard stuff to get to a tangible happiness. I cannot tell you how happy and grateful I am for my soul, my guru inside that said to me last year, you got to let this shit break down. You got to trust that if you let this story that you can find yourself with break totally down, there's something else waiting for you. There's something else waiting, not just for me, but for you and the world. So let's do it together. I love you. Happy Sunday. I have a free gift for you. If you need a nice meditation to help you feel better, if you're needing something to just make you feel better, it's in the bio. It's the Autumn Equinox meditation. It is a beautiful sound healing and a great guided meditation. I love to give to you, and I want you to give to the world by signing up for the 3-day. I love you so much. Sat Nam.